Hello guys, and welcome back to HJW Gaming and a new iteration of my season update. As you can see, my season currently is at day 55, so I thought I'd bring you a new update. It's only going to be a quick one this time. I'm not going to bring quite as much drama as last time. I will leave that out until my final season review. But I will show you the map. So if you remember my last video, the map looked like this. And now bringing it up, it does look like this. So you can see there's been quite a big shift around the map, with a lot of lands being kind of taken or lost, particularly from our side. I believe in the last update we were still sitting around these northern regions, battling over the passes with Lothlorien quite a lot, which we did for quite a while and was, you know, brilliant fun. And in the end we ended up getting backdoored through Moria by Gondor, as they obviously came to support Lothlorien, being their allied faction. So same as I predicted, we can't fight against an alliance this strong with the kind of 6 fellowships, especially now a lot of Dawn is really starting to struggle. A lot have dropped off following the drama I mentioned in the last episode. So it's kind of us and Logo, and then, you know, the half of Dawn that remains, just really trying to scrap it out, and you can't deal with, you know, 5 or 6 fellowships in that manner, unfortunately. We're still getting quite a few pings though, you'll notice up around here. So we've still got some scrapping where we can, some Linden trying to push through as well, just to kind of make things even worse. A couple of red pings around the map, the main one being here with around 20 million. So that's kind of the main one here with Gondor, where you can see here's quite a lot of movement going, but Gondor are still progressing on us and stepping further and further into the lands, looking to try and move on towards Tower Lower and likely West Tower Lower after, judging from the movement in the southern region as well. So yeah, map-wise, it's not looking very pretty for us, basically. Elsewhere, you can see that Rune is also having a lot of red pings, so they're currently fighting with Lothlorien and Erebor. Erebor have been allied with Gondor and, well, with Gondor since the beginning, and had kind of non-fight agreements with Loth, and now obviously they're part of this alliance as well. So you've got these 3 factions in here, and you've got Linden, who's kind of doing its own thing. They're allied with just Angmar, but they appear to not be fighting with Lothlorien. So you've basically got Arnor crammed on one side, getting battered from all edges, and then Rune are also taking the same, as they ended up going to war with Gondor, at least, because they basically said they had enough of being kind of pinned in a corner and being told not to do anything. So they decided to kind of come out scrapping and see what they could do, and they have lost lands as a result. You can see they lost Ashen Plains, Dorwinion as well, and then you've still got Lothlorien occupying some of Erebor's territory. Meanwhile, whilst they fight both Erebor and now Lothlorien, previously I believe the Mine Fellowship was fighting over here as well, and they were the ones that took Ashen Plains, if I remember correctly. But Mine have now moved over to here to assist Small and Luna and kind of bulk their numbers up a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of the main map movements. You can see the ring has still not been taken. We are 55 days into the server. I believe originally the plan was for Arnor to be pushed far enough away that we couldn't basically interact with the ring fight. We're quite a long way away now, but it looks like that decision's likely to be instead just making sure we can't interfere with anything ever, really. We're just trying to try to scrap and keep our capital the best we can, but with us leaking both into our spawn regions from the north and of course Tower Lower in the south, we are hemorrhaging tiles. You'll notice I've dropped to 101 tiles, so I've lost over 100 tiles. Unfortunately, we've got not a lot left. You see our production's dropped, you know, around 20k per resource, so it's kind of not sustainable for most of Arnor. We're just kind of giving the best that we've got at the moment, seeing what we can do, and, you know, just trying to hold whatever little remaining lands we have, and kind of praying out for the end of the season, basically. Which is a shame, really, because this server looked like it had the makings of a really fun one for everyone, but it's gone a bit damp towards the end, to be honest. But no, I definitely want to take the opportunity to kind of thank everyone in Arnor who's remained active throughout this. Everyone is really trying to scrap and fight for whatever they can. and everyone's showing up at every opportunity. So I want to extend a thank you to everyone who's doing that, because it's not easy when you're getting battered from every side, and you know you've got no opportunity for the rest of the season. You're likely to end with no rewards. So I definitely want to thank the rest of my kind of fellows in Arnor who are doing a really, really great job in trying to do what they can to basically stop this and keep whatever we can. But we'll just have to see how the rest of the season plays out. The only other thing I want to do is kind of talk through my commanders again. We've almost hit level 48 now on Dane as we continue to scrap. Gandalf the White and Sauron have recently hit 47, and Aragorn King of Men's around halfway. We have also been doing some fighting with kind of our secondary formation, at least whilst we've been tiling. Every now and again we'll catch another tiling team, and for a little bit we kind of sat by Linden because we got relocated right next to the pass by Linden, so I had them sat there for a little while. But we have got Shadow to 42, Lurtz to 41, Gandalf the Grey to 41, and I've been doing a little bit of testing with LOTR, as I was planning on using him for the season start next season, as he looks to be an excellent commander for the one troop method. But with the one troop method being nerfed or removed basically in the last update, for those of you who aren't aware, it looks like that investment has probably gone to waste, but I'll still probably be using him anyway as a sweeping commander. But he has actually been quite fun to use. I have enjoyed him so far, and I think I'll keep trying him out in the future. As for kind of battle reports, we don't have very many, as a lot of the kind of warfare so far has just been a pure battle of numbers more often than not, where there's just so many players that every tile gets taken up, and you know, when you've got so many fellowships at once, you can't outnumber them, so you're going to get swarmed upon, essentially. We've had a couple, so I had this here with Dunn from Mine earlier. I've very much enjoyed playing against most of the Mine clans, so yeah, you'll see here, so we probably came out on top of this one. We weren't completely full. We'd lost around 2,000 troops worth of power, notably with King of Men, as obviously his dropped off massively. But we still do get quite a good result, obviously over 100k damage from both King of Men and Dane is nothing to be sniffed at. King of Men continues to do not bad and pull his weight even at respect level 5. Obviously in a lot of these fights we've been outwailed, and we have struggled, but every now and again they do pop up with some pretty good numbers, so this went quite well in our favour, running very, very similar teams with him having Beorn over my King of Men. Not bad gear, but it's pretty good gear in fact. But yeah, definitely different levels to some others in the server. We then got taken out at the end by DOS. That's unsurprising, as we had not a lot left. We hit Miser here from Mine. Again, we won this one, but with a 7 level difference, there's not a huge to be said on this. Not full troops. Honestly, most of these reports are just going to be hemorrhaging tiles pretty much, which is unfortunate, as obviously a lot of our farms up in the north are just being pulled apart as Lothlorien come through. I had this with L from Mine, again using Sauron. Saruman actually is a slightly different choice at respect 5, also a Gimli here as well, and then Gandalf the Grey for the White Council user. And then we lost this follow-up to this very strong Mine player, Nagy, as you see here, lovely Dane, and also a good Beorn as well, doing the majority of his damage, and actually Beorn doing significantly more than his Dane there with 120k. Our King of Men here unfortunately didn't really pull his weight. I think he was damaged from an earlier fight, so he did go out pretty early and only did 40k unfortunately. But yeah, most of these reports are just going to be hemorrhaging tiles. It's not really worth scrolling through, as obviously whilst I'm at work they're just hitting our tiles, and yeah, as soon as I come back I've got about 50 reports of my tiles being hit. Anyway, that's kind of everything I had to show here. There's not worth saying a lot more. But yeah, credit again to my Arnor brethren who are doing what they can to kind of keep fighting and just kind of take it on the chin and do whatever they can to try and keep it up, which is what we will do till the end of the season, and hope it earns us at least a modicum of respect or some kind of rewards, but we'll see. It's looking unlikely at this current stage, but we'll see what happens towards the end of the season. Anyway, with that, I really hope you've enjoyed this update and just kind of keeping you up to date before the end of the season. I've been HJW Gaming, and I really hope to see you on the next one.